What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elites Collection Series 36. It's time to believe in Bo Dallas. Now here we do have Bo Dallas in the packaging. You can see he does include his Believe t-shirt. Finally getting around to getting this guy. I picked him up at a really good price. You can see the box is kind of like slashed open, which it was either done by the person at the store or somebody trying to steal that shirt. But anyway, we do have a picture of Bo right here. On the back, ring attire is just from Raw 2014. From Brooksville, Florida. Bo Leave, signature move, the Bo Dog, debuted in 2008. I don't think that number's right. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that number's not right. Height 6'1", weight 234. Other figures of this line include Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Goldust, and Stardust. Other figures we've had a look at, and Diamond Dallas Page. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Bo Dallas posing out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually show off his one and only accessory. He does come with a Soft Goods Bo Leave shirt, and I had to say the shirt actually makes me like this figure a little more than I honestly originally intended, because I'm not going to beat around the bush. He's an okay figure. And there's a few reasons why he's just an okay figure, and I'll go over those in just a little bit. But the shirt actually makes me like him a little more than I originally thought, and it's just like all the other soft goods shirts. It just velcros up in the back, so we can pull that off. And then we'll just slide it off Bo. And it is that really soft, that material that we get with every other shirt, so really nice. I do like the shirt. If it didn't stain the figure, I would actually leave it on him, but unfortunately it does stain the figure, so it doesn't stay on, and you can already see it started to stain the figure, and there's just no getting around that. It does stain the figure. And this being white, you obviously do not want those black stains being on the figure. But he's an okay figure. I do like the way Mattel presented it. I think he just suffers from a lack of a bigger body. I've said it with a couple of my figure reviews that Mattel really needs to invest in a wider body, because Bo is not a skinny guy. He's not a fat guy either, but when he does his victory lap around the ring, there is some jiggle to him, and this body is not enough to showcase that. Now, not saying it's a bad figure, I just think that Mattel should really look into making this body just a tiny bit thicker, because we know Bo needs it, and Bo is not a tiny guy. He's a little pudgy, but not fat. He's not skinny. He's pudgy. Things I do like about the figure is that they actually nailed his attire. It's really hard to mess up an all-white attire, but I'm really glad Mattel went with white and not just like an off-white. The Bo Leave on the back of his tights, I think they should have used the Disney font that he started out with. Is the Disney font copyrighted? Because if it is, that's probably why they went with the Impact text. And yeah, I know that is Impact text. It's not the Disney text, it's Impact. But you can see it does say Bo Leave, and maybe it is copyright that made it Impact. Who knows? But let's actually get a look at that face, because that face is actually a really good representation of Bo Dallas. That really creepy smile. Like, it's pretty obvious that this is Bo Dallas, and something I do like about Bo is his hair. He just has this really nice, luscious, long hair, and the figure did a really good job capturing that. Now, you might notice that his hair actually floats on his body. It's not actually resting on his body like it should, it's actually floating. This is where I think Mattel should really invest in that thicker body, because it looks like they sculpted Bo for a bigger torso, but it just didn't work out in the end. His neck also seems to be a little long, and his head kind of sits a little high on that ball joint, and if you don't believe me, you can actually move his head side to side like that, like he's doing some kind of strange Bo dance. That looks so weird, but that's added articulation for you, and if you didn't know, in case you don't know Bo, you know him now. As far as his articulation goes, he has a ball joint and he likes to look up pretty well and down pretty good. His head spins left and right, no problem. He has a lot of good range on that ball joint. Arms on the ball hinge go out. They do a full 360. He swivels at the bicep, single joint at the elbow, spins and bends at the wrist. This arm is a little tight on mine. He has an ab crunch which looks back about that far and goes forward about that much. He has a waist swivel. Legs do go forward, back, and out. He spins at the thigh. He is double jointed in the knee. That's one joint, and there's a second joint. He spins at the boot. Has a really stiff ankle hinge. Let's see if this one doesn't move. That one does move, but it took a little bit of pressure getting out. Oh, I just love and hate how tight these ankles can be sometimes. And then he has an ankle pivot, so all the articulation from an Elite figure you've come to expect. Nothing too special on articulation, but he is a really nice looking figure. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Bo Dallas posed for my final thoughts. Overall, he's a really nice figure. Not my favorite Elite figure out of the line, but I do think that the soft grid shirt does help out a little bit. Again, be aware that leaving the shirt on the figure for too long could stain the figure. I only put it on for the sake of the review, and it already stained his abs, so the staining is real, especially with this black material. I don't know what it is. It just like bleeds onto the plastic. But I actually picked my Bo up on clearance. I don't remember if it was at Walmart or Kmart. It was one of those two, and he was like $12, which, you know, I'm glad I picked him up. He's a really nice figure to have in my collection. He was just warming the peg, so there was really no rush for me to go get him, but overall, really nice figure. There's really not much I can say other than it does look like Bo, but Mattel just really has to invest in that new body, because Lord knows Bo needs it. And I'm not like trying to say that he's out of shape, I'm just saying that he's a pretty round shape. But yeah, with that being said, I'm KingofDragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my WWE action figure reviews. I'm pretty sure if you like Bo, you're going to like everything else I have. And as always, if there's a figure you guys would like to see me review, definitely let me know down in the comments or on my Facebook page. And if it fits in my collection, I will review it for you guys. And with that being said, until next time guys, take care everyone.